This is the latest from CBS 2 News.
Hello, I'm Amy Johnson. Here's what's happening. A small nonprofit that serves special needs kids had their van stolen in West L.A. Leaps and Bounds says their van was parked at their facility on Sepulveda and Mississippi. The company uses the van to transport local kids as well as to help deliver for Meals on Wheels. A bunch of Chipotle locations in the L.A. area were part of a massive credit card breach between March and April. The company says hackers installed malware that read the magnetic strips on credit cards. Thieves stole sensitive information when customers swiped their cards. Chipotle says the problem has now been fixed. And now here's Markina Brown with a look at weather.
Thanks, Amy. Happy to say things are looking good and will continue to look good even as we go through the work week. Beach communities today will see highs in the mid-60s, LA and Orange County, looking at low 70s, valleys, upper 80s, not only today, but tomorrow into the holiday as well. Temperatures will nudge up a little bit for most of us as we get into Monday and maybe Tuesday. Outside of that, temperatures will be right around average for the rest of the work week. Inland Empire, lots of sunshine, 88, high desert in the 90s. Mountain communities will see a mainly sunny sky today with highs around 71.
Well, security will be as tight as ever for this year's Indianapolis 500. More than 300,000 people will make their way to the Brickyard today to watch the 101st running of the greatest spectacle in racing. The Indy 500 is the most attended single-day sporting event in the world. In addition to beefed up security, there will be a Secret Service presence. That's because Vice President and former Indiana Governor Mike Pence is planning to be at the race. Thousands of boys and Girl Scouts of all ages gathered together in Westwood to prepare for this year's Memorial Day. CBS 2's Joy Benedict talked to some of them.
Thomas L. Bull.
The names seemed endless, and so did the headstones.
April 10th, 1938.
Some sacrifices given generations before.
John W. Shields.
But what they left behind still echoes with every waving flag.
Thank you for your service.
Words these young people are only beginning to understand, but that is why they're here.
We're planting the flags for all the soldiers. I saluted them because they helped us be a free country.
Freedom, one of those words that's become a lesson.
We don't have necessarily limits or leaders, and we're free to do what we want and what we want to say.
Griffin Cote from Boy Scout Troop 139 is just starting to learn about freedom and what it means. But he knows those buried under the flags he is placing fought to protect it. And for that, he is thankful.
And I can be at home with my family and be happy.
Tim DeHart has come to the LA National Cemetery every Memorial Day weekend for 10 years. He's old enough to know that freedom isn't something every country has.
They have to hide their true sexuality or religion from their government, or else they'll be, persecuted. And in America, that really doesn't happen.
And that's why thousands of Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts gave up their Saturday to salute the fallen.
They could be out doing whatever it may be with their friends and their family, but they're here to honor the people who really just did everything they could to help us and to make our country the way it is today.
Despite the fact that there are more than 88,000 people buried here at the Los Angeles National Cemetery, the graves were covered with flags in less than an hour. That's because so many volunteers showed up to help.
Frank H. Elliott.
Leaving a sea of flags for the world to see. A small gesture for a big sacrifice.
I know they fought for me.
And a waving reminder that freedom is far from free. Joy Benedict, CBS 2 News.
And that's the latest from CBS 2 News. Remember, we're always on CBSLA.com, and be sure to watch us on CBS 2 News at 5, 6, and 11 p.m.